Hi, I'm Doc Jay Zimmerman, aka Rugby Doc, and I just want to get serious with you and talk to you about the coronavirus. You're probably wondering why I have a crown on or I'm drinking a Corona. What I'm trying to do is I want you to see that we can have a discussion about coronavirus that's not based in fear or panic. The news media, as you know, tends to sensationalize stories. Not that this isn't an important story, but they tend to sensationalize stories and they just hit you over the head all day, using their fear tactics, which, even by the inflection of their voices when they're talking about things, could give nightmares to a small child in the middle of the night. So the other reason that I'm wearing a crown is that Corona means crown, and drinking a Corona to show you that you don't have to be afraid of the word Corona. You can actually drink it, and it tastes pretty good. So the coronavirus has been around for a long time. As in all viruses, the strains mutate and change from year to year. That's one of the reasons why the flu shot effectiveness rate is between 40 and 70%, is because the virus tends to mutate, and they base the shot on last year's virus. So the coronavirus has been around for a while. I mean, if you look at the Lysol disinfectant, you can see that coronavirus is even listed on the can as one of the viruses that Lysol can kill within 30 seconds. So coronavirus is spread by droplets. Droplets would be saliva coming out of your mouth or other types of mucus off the mucous membranes. If someone was to sneeze on you, that wouldn't be too good if they had coronavirus or the flu or anything else. So that's why we are always telling people to cover their mouths when they sneeze or cough. So we're trying to keep the droplets inside yourselves and not onto other people. Also, if someone who had coronavirus or the flu virus was to, wipe their eyes or wipe their nose like that, or their mouth, and then go touch things with that, the virus would live on the surface that they're touching, and the next person might come along and touch that and then rub their eyes and their face, and that's how things spread. So with the coronavirus, it's sort of no different than the flu in that the methods of staying healthy are the same. You want to avoid being in contact with people who are sneezing and coughing. You don't want to be touching surfaces that are carrying that virus on it. So your tactics for preventing that are just washing your hands all the time and covering your mouth when you're sneezing and coughing and things like that. Now the coronavirus is interesting because it's the way the media is portraying it is they're constantly telling you about every case. So can you imagine if this was the flu, and every time a single person in the world got the flu, they announced that we have one more case of flu in New Jersey, or one more case of flu in Italy. And if you were to hear that all day long, you can see how that inspires fear and panic, and it makes you want to watch the news, and that's basically why they do it, is they're getting ratings. And again, I don't want to minimalize what the story is, because the story is important. It's a virus, and it is spreading, and it is contagious. But the facts is that the coronavirus, while it is a different type of strain of a virus than the flu, its symptoms are just flu-like. You are going to get flu-like symptoms. You're going to get a fever. You're going to get body aches. You're going to get chills. You're going to get nauseousness, things like that. Now, some people may get contracted by the coronavirus just like the flu, and their symptoms are going to be real minimal. Other people, they're going to require bed rest, things like that. And then the more severe cases may require some medical attention. You may have to go to the doctor and get some medication to be treated. But as with the flu, the coronavirus basically is targeting the same type of audience, and that's where the deaths are coming from. Older people in the flu when they get the flu and their immune system's compromised, sometimes it turns into pneumonia, and that's where we get our deaths from the flu. Is that basically it's not so much the flu virus causing the deaths, but the flu virus causing pneumonia, and the elderly people can't handle that, and that's what ends up killing them. And it's the same thing with the coronavirus. It's that same target audience. It's the elderly. Then the coronavirus, just like the flu, is going to could turn into pneumonia. Now, the coronavirus basically doesn't kill you. The coronavirus can cause a lung weakening and a lung condition where you get pneumonia, and that's the big problem. Now, the other target audience in both cases, the flu and the coronavirus, is people who have autoimmune conditions or underlying health conditions. So if you're diabetic, or if you have asthma, or if you have some other type of illness that's weakening your immune system, then you again fit into that target area where coronavirus could be a problem, just like the flu. It's the same thing every year. What's interesting enough in the flu, as children tend to get the flu and they bring it home and they spread it to their parents, or they spread it throughout the schools, the coronavirus seems to be not so much affecting children as much as the regular flu does, which is a great thing, especially if you're a parent. Supposedly the statistic is it's like 1% for people under age 18 that can get that. So with the coronavirus, statistically it mimics the flu, and its target audience is basically the same. The only thing that tends to cause the panic is now that we're hearing about it in the news constantly. It's no different as if the media was reporting on a hurricane coming up the coast, or a major snowstorm, or things like that. They're reporting on this virus around the world, which is serious. Again, it's serious. And if you do get the virus, you want to take care of yourself. You want to rest and get all your nutrition that you need. Even have a good old-fashioned grandmom's chicken soup would probably be a help. And the other thing that we want to talk about with coronavirus, or any virus with the flu, is I have this discussion with my patients all the time, is that you have to make sure your immune system's working properly. If your immune system is working properly at a higher level, you're going to be less susceptible to catching these germs. Now, your immune system is designed to fight off bacteria and viruses. That's what it is. It's an army that comes out and attacks these things. Now, if you're if you're not getting enough sleep, and you're under a lot of stress and anxiety, and your nutrition is subpar, your immune system is not going to be working at an optimal level, and you're going to be more susceptible to catching the flu, a common cold, or the coronavirus, more so than someone whose immune system is working at a higher level. So what I like to tell my patients is that during flu season, you have to take certain steps or certain measures just to be a little bit healthier. And one of the things we talk about is vitamin supplementation. Now, vitamin D3 is extremely important when it comes to viral protection. All the latest research from the most reputable scientists around the world in functional medicine and nutrition will tell you that vitamin D has antiviral properties. And vitamin D, as you may or may not be aware, it's the sunshine vitamin. That's the vitamin that, when you're exposed to sunshine, creates vitamin D in your body. And coincidentally, it's sort of why we have a flu season in the wintertime, because we're not outside getting the vitamin D, which helps our body fight off the viruses. So preemptively, I tell all my patients they should be making sure they're getting enough vitamin D all winter long. Vitamin C, again, it's antibacterial, antiviral, so we take a vitamin C every day during the flu season or during the winter. And then, more importantly now, all the latest research points to this miraculous fruit called elderberry. Elderberry has properties that actually stop viruses from mutating in your body and stops them from replicating and spreading in your body. So the research shows that if you're taking elderberry, you can actually cut the duration of a virus down by anywhere between 40 and 60%, which is amazing. So if someone who's not taking elderberry has the flu for 10 days, someone who's taking it is only having it for 4 or 5 days. And that's a pretty good statistic. Now, granted, these things are not treatment for the flu virus or the coronavirus. Vitamin D and vitamin C and elderberry are just ways of boosting your immune system to help your body work at a higher level so you can fight off these viruses and these bacteria. The other thing that's important to know is that, let's say you are infected by a germ or a virus. Well, what I tell my patients is, in that case now, let's take more vitamin D. Let's start taking vitamin C instead of just one vitamin C a day every day. Let's start taking a couple vitamin C 2 to 3 times a day. And then with the elderberry concentrate, instead of taking your 1 tablespoon a day preventatively, what you do is now you take 3 to 4 tablespoons a day. And that's going to help your body's immune system work while the virus is in there. Now, is vitamin D or vitamin C or elderberry a treatment for the flu or the coronavirus, as I said? No. You have your medical attention for that. But if I had a virus like that, and I was seeing my medical doctor, and let's say my medical doctor prescribed supportive care, he gave me some different kinds of medications, whether it's Tamiflu, that's all right, that's fine. But what I would do at home, I says, you know what, I'm going to do some more stuff. I'm going to help my body with the supportive care the medical doctor's given me. I'm going to help my body to help fight this. All right, and as I said, in a normal, healthy person who contracts the coronavirus, just as who contracts the flu, this isn't going to really be a big deal for you. All right, you may not notice symptoms, or as I said before, you'll get symptoms and it'll put you out for a few days, or maybe even close to a week. But you will recover, and it won't be a problem. All right, you may even, we're still trying to figure this out, but you may build up an immunity to that virus that you just contracted. Now, immunity, we do get immunities to viruses that come into our body, but as I said, every year the viruses mutate, so the strains change. So that's why if you get the flu one year, you can get it again the next year because your body's immunity was based on the strain from last year. And it's the same thing with the coronavirus. So what I want you to really take away from this short video is that, yeah, it's serious, it's spreading, it's all around. But again, if they were reporting like this on the flu, we would be feeling that same sort of angst and anxiety about how, and I have felt that way. I know last year they talk about the flu and they say, all right, we're up to how many people died, and you get scared and you get nervous because that's what they're constantly hammering home about you. And the flu, typically in the United States, I don't have worldwide statistics, but the flu virus itself, due to pneumonia in those target audiences of elderly or immune-compromised people, the flu can kill anywhere between 25,000 and 65,000 people a year in the United States alone. So, I mean, if the media was to report on that every day, yeah, we'd all feel that angst and that tension in the body and that fear. And that's one of the reasons, well, that is the main reason why I'm doing this video, is I just want you to see, and I'm doing it with a crown on my head, and I'm not making light of the coronavirus, I'm making light of the fear-based propaganda type of media reporting. I'm drinking a Corona beer because I'm not scared of the word Corona, and, it's beer, and I'm a rugby player, so I like that sort of thing. But I really want you to take away from this that it's nothing to be scared of, but it is something to pay attention to. You really have to follow what the CDC guidelines say, and wash your hands constantly. Get your sanitizers. If you're traveling and you're going on a plane, and who knows if the people on the plane wipe down your seats and wipe down the controls and the buttons above your head. I don't think they really do. I think they just take the garbage out. So get your Clorox wipes, go to the plane, wipe your stuff down, and then sit down and relax. You won't have to worry about touching anything. Keep your hand sanitizer in your hands if you're traveling, you don't have access to soap and water. And if you see someone coughing or sneezing, walk the other way. That's for sure. But as the CDC says, this is not a time to panic. It's just a time to pay attention. It's a time to take care of yourself and boost your immune system so that your body can better handle these types of viruses. As a chiropractor, one of the things that I talk about, you're probably you're probably waiting for me to drop this shoe on you now, is that with chiropractic care, regular chiropractic care has an immune system enhancing effect. Well, what do you mean? If you go in and they crack my back, my immune system's going to be tougher? Well, if you put it that way, that sounds a little ridiculous, but if you look at the science and the research behind the spinal adjustment, and you can Google everything I'm saying right here, and you'll find some of the biggest papers published in research out there, but regular chiropractic care increases the rate at which your DNA cells repair itself. The rate at which your DNA cells repair itself is an important immune system marker. So it does help boost your immune system. The other thing is that when you have your thoracic spine adjusted, research has shown that causes an increase in white blood cell production. Well, your white blood cells are your infection-fighting your immune system cells. And other research shows that people who are under long-term regular chiropractic care have greater levels of resistance enzymes. The resistance enzymes are the enzymes that help you fight disease. Now, is chiropractic a treatment for viruses? No way, it's not a treatment for viruses. If you got a severe virus, do you run off to the chiropractor and to get a cure by getting your spine adjusted? No, you don't. But chiropractic performed over the long haul is another way of boosting your immune system. Just like the supplements I told you to take, or even exercise and getting enough rest. It's all an important part of your health care. So I hope I did a bit to help you feel a little better about the coronavirus. I know, I'm even at my age, I'm still getting texts from my mother warning me about the coronavirus and how I need to not take any trips and have to be careful. And again, that my mother comes from a good place because she loves me, but she came with those statements as soon as she saw a news report. And again, the news report, fear and panic. All right, so I hope this little video shows you that you can put on a crown and drink a Corona beer. But please pay attention to your health. Please pay attention to your immune system, and everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. All right, have a great day.